In the very first moments of falling, the stirring of the heart, felt the love I gave no longer started to bloom with you in mind. When I learned to find with you a way to hold, not lose. If I open up my heart this way, intertwine, maybe I'll make a change. This can only mean one thing, that my love might begin to believe again. It's only for you, only for you, only.
No, wait! I know it's bigger than you, and it does more damage than you, and it can go to the dome, and it's got better synergies than you, and... Wait, what was I talking about again? No! If only there was some way to express my love for both my loves, new and old. Wait! There is! It's time for another LRRMTG deck tech with me, Ben Ulmer. Dragonstorm is here and we're finally back on Tarkir. This plane holds a special place in my heart because while I may have started getting into Magic around the original Theros block, Khans of Tarkir is when I first really started going to my local LGS and getting invested in the game. It's also where we got the new names for the 3-color wedges that we still use to this day. From the moment I opened my first Mardu pre-release kit, I knew it was the wedge for me. A group of aggro creatures all banding together to end my games early enough that I had time to get pizza between rounds while Johnny Jeskai and Sammy Sultai went to time. So what better way to celebrate the return of this plane than to show off a brand new brew using the newest dragon to join the Mardu crew that synergizes with my Kavu 2. Say hello to Nariv, Heart of the Storm, in a deck I'm calling FTK Buffet. Nariv is a flying 4/5 spirit dragon for 1 red, white, black that reads, if a creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage, it deals twice that much damage instead. I gotta say, this might be the least amount of text on a card that I've brewed for in these deck techs. It's clean, simple, but provides a number of really cool paths for you to build on. You could focus on creatures with haste that come in and slam for double damage right away, but Nariv is also the perfect commander for a Mardu Blink strategy, one that includes our good old friend Flame Tongue Kavu. Of course we've got FTK and Modern Horizons 3 All-Star Pyrogoyf, but there's a ton of great ETB creatures in Magic, like Sunspine Lynx, Inferno Titan, Fear of Burning Alive, and the brand new Sonic Shrieker to include, as well as evoke creatures like Spite Bellows and Fury to double your ETB effects. If you want to deal even more damage, enchantments like Warstorm Surge and Electropotence will add even more to what Nariv is already doubling and give you the option to just go straight to your opponent's face. So your creatures have entered, done a little burninating, and now they're hanging out on your board. What now? Turn them sideways like a common peasant? No way, I promised you a Blink deck and you're getting it. Ephemerate, Cloud Shift, and Eerie Interlude are all staples of the archetype. And Ephemerate rebounds, netting you 2 flickers for 1 mana. That's 3 ETB burns off a single creature. You've also got Golden Oldie Restoration Angel to flash in when you need to protect or put through some extra damage. An Eldrazi Displacer to flicker things on demand. And now, you'll notice, I've been using Blink and Flicker interchangeably, and I have a very good reason for that. I don't know the difference, and I refuse to learn. I know one is like the slow one and one is the fast one, but I've heard them used both ways and it sounds like a lot of effort to memorize which is which, so let's move on to more cards and do terrible things to your opponent's life totals. While it's not a Blink effect, the Jolly Balloon Man is putting his Clown College degree to good use by making tiny little 1/1 copies of all your Kavus out of balloons. And since they fly and have haste, it's likely you'll be able to send the balloons in for double damage before they go away. Now, will your opponents get annoyed when you keep shooting them in the face for 8? Yes, absolutely. Luckily, we're playing a black deck, and blink isn't the only way to have a creature enter. Let's talk about reanimating. Reanimate, Savine's Reclamation, and even the mass target-hitting Living Death will all return your fireball-flinging friends to the party. And even if your opponents return a bunch of things as well, you'll be able to easily shoot them back into the bin with your damage. It's fitting that I'm doing a deck tech that celebrates my first real dive into Magic, and including one of the first cards I ever picked up. Back in the days of original Innistrad, I grabbed an intro pack because it looked cool, and nearly 14 years later, I'm taking the face card of that intro deck and slapping it in here. Flayer the Hatebound is fully committed to Nareev's game plan, juicing up our reanimated friends by letting them shoot something as they enter, on top of whatever they were already going to shoot for. And since we're already getting extra bonuses from creatures returning, Anathemancer is a great include, as well as Infinite Combo All-Star Murderous Redcap. Now, I know the temptation to go infinite with the Redcap is strong, but remember that we still want people to play with, so I can't tell you how to live your life, but maybe don't include Anafenza or Vizier. Don't be a little monster. Put in Solemnity instead and be a big monster. Speaking of monsters, the brand new Mardu Siegebreaker is absurd in this deck. Why not tuck one of your little Kabu buddies under it and create 3 copies of it whenever they attack? Or a Begarden Hellkite, which will deal 30 damage that you can direct anywhere and any way you want. I recommend throwing them all at your most innocent friend. Sorry, Surge. As mentioned though, flinging damage out willy-nilly has the tendency to draw some ire, so it's important to protect your commander and your team. And you can do that by taking your commander shoe shopping and slapping on your favorite pair of boots. Lately, I've been a fan of Lavaspur boots because of the low equip cost and because, for a lot of people, any amount of ward is basically hexproof. Being a white deck as well, you have access to protection nonsense like Unbreakable Formation, Flawless Maneuver, and even a Chroma's Will if you're feeling nasty. And as a cheeky bit of protection mixed with a board wipe, I've been really enjoying Explosive Getaway, which deals with those pesky token players while also giving you yet another ETB out of whatever creature you blink. Last, we need some lands, and there's a few that really allow your creatures to hit the ground running. Hall of the Bandit Lord and Arena of Glory give creatures haste, making sure that they deal double damage. And if you're looking to shore up your life total, Vault of the Archangel can turn your fireballs into life-linking, death-touching balls of death. I'm excited to return to Tarkir. This is the plane that really got me into Magic, and I'm even more excited to sleeve up Nareev and start blasting my opponent's creatures and or faces by playing all the Kavu/fiery Goyfloves in one sweet deck. But the most important thing of all is I've got a new photo to frame over my bed.